Windows temporary files won't delete, or they disappear, then come back again later. Before you install random cleaner apps or risky registry tools, here's the safe way to clean temp files in Windows 11. Because the goal is not deleting every single temp file forever. The goal is safely freeing space without damaging Windows. And that's an important difference. Let's start with the safest built-in cleanup method. Open Settings, then go to System, Storage. Now wait a moment while Windows scans your storage, then tap Temporary Files. Here, Windows shows different categories of temporary data that can usually be removed safely. For example, temporary internet files, Windows Update Cleanup, delivery optimization files, and cache temporary files. But before you press delete, slow down and review the list carefully. Because one section that often causes problems is downloads. If the downloads category is selected, Windows may delete files from your downloads folder. So unless you already checked those files carefully, do not remove downloads automatically. That's one of the most common mistakes people make during cleanup. Now, after reviewing the categories, select the temporary items you want to remove safely, then click Remove Files. Windows will begin cleanup. Now, sometimes users notice something confusing. A few temp files may still remain, or small temporary files return later. And honestly, that's normal, because Windows and many apps automatically recreate temporary files while running. Browsers create cache files. Windows creates update files. Apps create temporary working data. So if temp files come back later, that does not automatically mean something is wrong. Now let's use another safe built-in cleanup tool. Go back to Storage and open Cleanup Recommendations. This area helps identify temporary files, unused files, and safe cleanup opportunities. Again, review everything carefully before deleting. The safest approach is selective cleanup, not mass deletion. Now, if some temporary files still refuse to clear, there's another safe backup method. Search Windows for Disk Cleanup. Open the Disk Cleanup tool and select your C drive. Windows will scan the drive and show removable categories. Here, you can safely clean temporary files, thumbnails, system cache, and old update leftovers. Again, review the categories carefully first and avoid deleting anything you don't fully understand. Now, after cleanup, restart the PC. This step matters more than many people realize, because restarting helps close lock temporary files, refresh Windows services, and complete pending cleanup tasks. After the restart, check storage again. In many cases, you'll notice more space has been freed successfully. But remember, some temp files will eventually return again. That's completely normal. Windows constantly creates new temporary files while the system runs. So don't obsess over making the temp folder permanently empty. That's not how modern operating systems work. The important thing is keeping storage manageable safely. And one final warning. Avoid random registry cleaners, speed booster apps, or aggressive third-party cleanup tools. Many of them overpromise, delete unnecessary files, or create new system problems. Windows already includes safe cleanup tools built in. And for most users, those are more than enough. So let's quickly recap. Open Settings, System, Storage, Temporary Files. Review categories carefully. Be especially careful with downloads. Use Cleanup Recommendations for additional safe cleanup. Run Disk Cleanup as a backup method. Restart the PC afterward. And remember, some temporary files returning later is normal behavior, because safe cleanup is more important than deleting every temp file by force. If this guide helped you, Subscribe for more practical Windows guides without risky tweaks, fake optimization tricks, or unnecessary cleanup tools.